What's up, guys, girls? Rob here, and divisional divisional playoff games are coming up this weekend, and I want to make my picks. I want to go ahead and make my picks now, and that way, if I'm not back online before the games start, then I will. I'll have my picks up. What's up, Sean? What's up, Sean? Um, I'll get my picks in, then I'll show you if I had any luck fishing today. Went by myself, and what's up, Phil? What's up, Phil? In fact, you know what? I'll show you my fish first. Here's my fish. Ooh. I wasn't planning on. There's one of them. There's another one right there. And a third one is right there. So nothing really huge, but they nice fish. There's three of them right there. So, so I went to a creek by myself today, and I caught them. All right, let's go. Let's go to the playoff games this weekend. 4:30 tomorrow. Minnesota at San Francisco. Minnesota, a big win last weekend. The Saints are still whining that they got ripped off. They got ripped off. It was a big win for Minnesota. They went on the road. They did what they needed to do. And now they're jumping in the fire, going out west to play San Francisco. San Francisco is a 7-point favorite in this game. It sounds pretty close to right. Maybe they may win by a little bit more than that. I definitely like the over in this game, 44.5 points. I think San Francisco is going to score 30 in this game. I like this game 30 to 18. 30 to 18. My earbuds finally came today. I ordered them on the 20th of December. Oh, okay. Good deal, Sean. So 30 to 18, that's what, 48 points. So, yeah, I played the over, 30 to 18, and I like San Francisco in that ball game. The 8:15 game tomorrow night, Tennessee at Baltimore. Okay. I've been saying all week, yeah, go LSU. I'm with you. I've been saying all week I think Tennessee's going to keep us close, but the more and more I think about it, they rely so much on Derrick Henry that if they don't throw the ball, if Tannehill doesn't go out and throw the ball for 250 yards, they're not going to win. Derrick Henry cannot. He's not going to run for 150 yards against this defense. Tennessee, 9.5, though, is a little bit much. 9.5 is a little too much, I think. 47, it's probably close to right there. It's not too far off. I like it. I like the Ravens here, 27-20. I think. Yeah, the line's about right. 47. I mean, over and under 47. I wouldn't mess with that. I would take Tennessee in the points though. 9.5 is a little much. I think Tennessee's defense is good enough to keep them in the game. Baltimore is just one or two plays better. They're at home, rough weather. That's going to slow down Lamar Jackson, I think. So. I'll take Baltimore. I'll take Tennessee in the points, though. Okay, we're going Sunday. Houston at Kansas City, 3:05. I see 9.5 points, and I already don't like yet. Kansas City's a good team. Travis Kelce's probably out this weekend. He's a questionable right now. and he's probably not going to play. Well, if that's the case, then those outside receivers, those fast, quick receivers, have got to get open because I don't think they're going to run the ball very well against Houston. I really don't. They're both going to score points. Both teams are going to score points. I wouldn't mess with the over/under. My life depended on it. I like Kansas City to win. I like Houston to cover this game. I will say 33-27. Kansas City wins, but I tell you what, I think they're going to score. I think both teams are going to run up and down the field on each other. But Kansas City's just at one play better, just like Baltimore. So I'll take Houston and the points, but I think Kansas City wins. Then Sunday evening, we're going to 6:40 game, Seattle and Green Bay. Upset time right there. 4.5 points. It started off at 6. It still went down to 4.5. People are betting Seattle, and betting Seattle, and that's why the line keeps going down. I like Seattle in this ball game. I really do. Green Bay is a one-trick pony. If something happens to Rodgers in this game, it's a potential blowout. It really is. Rodgers doesn't have that many. He's not quite in the same boat as Brady, but he does not have that many weapons anymore. And that Green Bay defense, they may be Swiss cheese. The cheeseheads have a Swiss cheese defense. Seattle is a stout defense. They're not the team they were 6-8 years ago, but they still can hit. They still rush the quarterback really well, and if they can hit Aaron Rodgers, they're not only gonna kind of tip the scale their way, they're gonna also set his pissed off meter in high beams. He gets mad very quickly. He does not like to be touched, and I think Seattle's going to do everything in their power to hit him. I like Seattle straight up in this game. I'm not worried about the points in this game. I like Seattle. They're just going to have to score enough to keep up with Green Bay. I think Green Bay is a whole lot like Philadelphia, except with not as good a defense. They have a better offense, but their defense is not as good. 46 points. I think I'd go under in this game. I don't think neither team's going to score a lot. 21-17. I like Seattle in this ball game, straight up. I've been thinking all week that everybody's picking the home teams, and look at last week. 3 road teams won. Tennessee went on the road and won. Minnesota went on the road and won, and Seattle went on the road and won. And I'm just thinking, I know all 4 teams at home had byes, big advantage, but I just like Seattle. This is one time I like Seattle, and if they win, they get to go back to San Francisco again. That is going to be one hell of a game. And then Baltimore and Kansas City, if they both win like I think they will, then that's going to be a good, AFC championship game. That's 4 good defenses. It really is going to be 4 good defenses. Kansas City may not have quite the defense that Baltimore, San Francisco, and Seattle has, but they'll be fun to watch. But don't be surprised. Don't be surprised at all if Houston ends up pulling an upset on Kansas City or even Tennessee. Tennessee could, but I think I think Houston's has a better chance, but I definitely like Seattle. I think Seattle. Oh, well, I don't know what we're gonna do Monday night, but Joe's gonna throw for 7 touchdowns in the first half. I can't even do his voice. I can't even do his voice. His voice is really, really sick. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how he doesn't keep a sore throat all the time the way he talks. But LSU, if you hadn't heard, I end up taking a bet with a guy that I see about once a week, and I gave 10 points. I took LSU. He takes Clemson, but I gave up 10 points, not 5.5. And last I looked, it went up to it was going to 6. I think so. 5.5. It went to 5.5 or 6 or something like that. Um, let's see. Let's see. It's 6. Yeah, it went from 5.5 to 6 already. People are betting LSU big in this game. 69.5 points. If 70 points get scored in this game, I can tell you right now, I think Clemson is going to get whipped. It'll be worse than 40-30. I think so. If 70 points gets thrown out in this game, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure they're going to score that much. We'll see. I probably would play the under on that, but I like LSU big. I've said that all along. I think LSU's a much better team there. And Trevor Lawrence Tuesday, they're saying Trevor Lawrence is going to announce that he's going pro. That's big news, folks, because he's eligible to go pro, and if he ends up turning pro this year, um, Miami may change what they're going to do. A lot of teams may change what they're doing. Uh, I looked at a mock draft to who Lawrence this season. Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback for Clemson. He has spoke privately about going pro. Yeah, so we'll see. I think he will. I think he's going to go pro. I really do, and it's hard to tell a kid not to. Look at Tua. Tua's done got hurt. You know, he would have been looking at 35 million contract, a rookie contract for going no. Oh man, you think so? I think it's the smartest decision he can make. He'll go first round. That's all you need to go first round. Uh, but look at Tua. Had he not got hurt, he would have got the 35 million number one overall pick. He's not going to be the number one overall pick. How old is Lawrence? 21. Is he 20 or 21? 20, I think. It was his second year, though. Let's see. I'll tell you. How old is Trevor Lawrence? 20. 20. Yeah. And don't get me wrong. I mean, Tua's only 21. Tua's only 21. Hell, Kyler Murray's done played a year in the NFL. He's 22. Burrow is 23. Now, Burrow is 23. Uh, but Fromm is 21. Yeah. So Jalen Hurts is 21. Jalen Hurts is not going to be an NFL quarterback. I'm sorry. He can do what he wants to. But yeah, I mean, but I'm here and he can go. I personally, I say go. Why stay? Well, number one, he's playing in the ACC. It's not quite the competition that SEC, Big Ten, and some of these others. Burrow transferred. Burrow's a grad transfer from Ohio State. So he already graduated, and then he came down to LSU to play. He's just a transfer. That's what he was. Yeah. How old is Joe Burrow? He just turned 23. December the 10th. Yeah, he's 23. Yeah. Lamar Jackson's 23. So yeah. Sam Ellinger. I think he's what Texas's quarterback. 21. Yeah. But Justin Herbert, will he end up making a big splash? He's still projected to go in the first round as well. Tua, Joe Burrow. Now, obviously, if Trevor Lawrence turns pro, uh, where do you see Lawrence land? Wow, who knows, man? Especially when people say, they won't expect him to go anywhere. Um, Probably low first round, middle low first round. He'll go below Tua. He'll go below Tua. Uh, Colts depends on if they end up getting one of the. He could have been number one pick next year. But the thing is, he could get hurt, and Clemson, as good a team as they are, they're going to make the BCS thing. So when you make a Final Four, you got to play two tough teams. Well, or if you win, you could be playing Ohio State, Alabama, LSU again. Who knows? Alabama's probably going to have a little bit of a down year. Florida's going to come back. Yeah. If he were to come back, if he were to come back, he could be the number one pick. Yeah, next year. Yeah, but you know, just look at things. One injury and it can end it. Tua's not guaranteed if he gets hurt. Yeah, yeah. I mean, and he could. You could get hurt. Think about it this way. Think about it this way. Suppose it was your kid or your family, and he was looking at a minimum $10 million. Minimum $10 million. Think about it that way. I would tell a kid to get the hell out. I don't care if he's holding a clipboard for a year. Who cares? He can go out this year. He can go out this year. Can Trevor Lawrence go in let's see. Can Trevor Lawrence go pro this year? Trevor Lawrence addresses the possibility of leaving after title game. Yep. Yep. Jake Fromm, he announced he's going too, I think. Oh, he's talking about sitting out the 2020 season without playing. Oh, okay. Oh, well, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Yeah. Some of them have that. So, uh, he and would he, would he go number one if he was? I don't think so. I still like Burrow better. I like Burrow. I think Burrow's got a better long ball. I think Burrow drops back in the pocket better. He doesn't run better. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But Joe Burrow, he until I see something different, And now you can't really see, but unless you're watching senior. Uh, really, Burrow doesn't have that much more experience. I mean, he's got this season. That's it. So he really doesn't. He didn't play at all in Ohio State. Yeah, he was benched. So no, that's right. Burrow really doesn't have a lot of experience at all. Not much. Because last year he didn't play all year. He didn't play all year last year. So he ended up taking over for a kid or whatever. So he pretty much has a year and a half of experience. That's it. So we'll see what happens. And that's the thing. A lot of people are going to say, nah, you don't take Burrow because he doesn't really have the experience that Tua has. Tua's been in more big games, no doubt about that. Tua's been in a lot more big games. But the way he runs and the way he moves around, he reminds me of the kid up in Philly. And I think he's going to stay hurt a lot. That's my opinion. That's just me. I wouldn't trust him with a 10-foot pole. I would not. If I had the last pick, Tua's go. He didn't play the last game. He's still recovering. Yeah, he's still recovering. Yeah, but I would if I needed a quarterback and I had the last pick in the first round, I still wouldn't take Tua. Not a chance. Not a chance. There's no way that I would spend the first round pick on a kid that I figure is going to be hurt a lot. Tua just he's been injured too much. He runs. He's very effective running, but you keep running and you keep running and you keep running. I just wouldn't take him. I'm sorry. I'd find me a defensive player. I'd find me somebody else to take. I just would not. I didn't say now I'd go to a different quarterback. I would just take a different player. I just would not take him. I just think he's going to have a lot of Carson Wentz. That's what he looks like to me. To me, that's what I think. Whoever's getting the left-handed Carson Wentz, and I hear a lot of people making a big deal about Carson Wentz. To me, he's not. Well, yeah, but look at Lamar Jackson. He's never been hurt though. Jackson's not. He's not. He doesn't have an injury history. He could be. He could be. I mean, he could be the next one that takes a big pop. But Tua has always set himself up to get hit. Tua runs, never goes out of bounds, and then takes a plowing. And then the next thing you know, oh, his shoulders hurt, his legs hurt, his knees hurt. You can't do that. You're 21 years old. You cannot do that. I don't care if the coach tells you that. You got to run out of bounds and be like, okay, do you think Jackson is Michael Vick too? Yeah, he's bound to get injured. And that's the same way, That's why I'm not on the big Lamar Jackson bandwagon. Yeah, he's MVP this year. No doubt about it. He's the MVP this year. But how far is it going to go before somebody cleans his clock and that's going to be it? How long is it going to be? Running quarterbacks in the NFL have that tendency to run that one time too many and bop. And, I mean, just look at it. Just look at it. Hell, look at Steve Young. Steve Young got clocked a few times when he was running. A lot of quarterbacks that ran. Randall Cunningham joined the Cowboys. Dak Prescott, I'm telling you, if the Cowboys, Well, quarterbacks are just meant to just try to, that's why they let them slide. And they even said last week, look, Carson Wentz went head first, then he got hit. Now, I'm the first to admit, I think it was a dirty play. I think it was. He went down with his head first. But also, the quarterback kept running. As long as that quarterback's running, far as I'm concerned, you clock him. You hit him if you can. If he slid and done that, then I definitely think not only should he have got kicked out of the game, he should have probably been suspended. But Wentz is a hard head. He goes in head first all the time, and then he takes hits, and then they cry about it. You can't do both ways. That's why, they let them slide, let them slide, let them slide. Rodgers was one of the best at that. Rodgers, Wentz is just I think they're going to be looking for another quarterback in the next couple of years. I really do. It's just a shame about Foles getting hurt. Foles got hurt right off his start at Jacksonville. He's got himself another contract. If they keep him now, they can get rid of him if they want to. But I don't see Jacksonville getting rid of him. I think they're going to take a chance on him one more time because Philadelphia, definitely. The fans, you ask Philadelphia fans who they wanted, Wentz or Foles. That was not even a discussion. Philadelphia fans wanted Foles from the start. And did you see my? Yeah, I saw it, D. Scott. Appreciate it. That would be a dumb move. Hurts is he's not even a Band-Aid in the NFL. I mean, really. He would not Trubisky's a better quarterback than Hurts. Really. Hurts is not an NFL quarterback. Yeah, you got way too many good quarterbacks out there, much better quarterbacks than Hurts. Oh, yeah, cool. Has he showed it off yet? Has he showed it? Now, I think he just got the heavyweights. I'm not sure if he got the lightweights and the middleweights. But I know he said it. Okay, he showed it off already. Cool. I'll have to catch some stuff up. I got the cars printed out. Got to show you guys this. So I've got cars. For those that are new in the league, I got them printed out. Regular car, TV drivers. We got roughly 12, 14 new ones. So I got 16 cars. So I got to get on the ball with that. Cut some of those out. Just thought on Cole McDonald. Cole McDonald, help me out. Is he a quarterback? And if he is, where from? He must be out west. If he's a quarterback. Cole McDonald. Cole McDonald had a farm. Quarterback from Hawaii. That's why I didn't know him. Hawaii. When Gene Jones used to throw the ball all the time, 500-600 yards a game. Really, no quarterback from Hawaii has really made a difference in the NFL ever. That doesn't mean he won't. The level of competition is not. I think it's June Jones. June, June, not Jim Jones. June. He was the offensive coordinator or the coach of Hawaii there for a while. And I don't know if he still is or not, but that you got to see his highlights and tell me about it next time. Okay, all right. What are you thinking about? Yeah, I mean, is he in your? Jim was a Kool-Aid man. In your eyes, is he a first-round pick? because I looked at a couple of mock drafts. I didn't see Cole McDonald listed in the first round. So you tell me whether you think he is. Um, and the kid you want, Sean, for the Cowboys, he's not going to make it that far down. At safety from LSU, he's going to top 10. Now he's not going to be there for the Cowboys. So you're hoping too much there. And they may get him, but they're not going to get that other kid. They're not going to get that safety. What's his name? Um, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I'll tell you a little diamond in the rough that I think could be a really good ball player. Yeah, Grant Delpit, really 6'4" mobile. Okay. Um, I like Jerry Judy. Is that his name? Judy from Alabama. I like him. I like him. Um, First round pick, no doubt. Uh, have to trade up. I like him. I really do. He's going to be a low first round pick, but um, I would love to see the Redskins try to get up in the first round somewhere, maybe even drop down. I don't want them take. I don't want them to take a guy from Ohio State. Trade that pick, move down lower in the first round, maybe get 2 first round picks. Try to get Jerry Judy and maybe another defensive lineman. Maybe the kid from is it Iowa? I think it may be Iowa. It's one of the Big Ten schools. I think it's Iowa, but it may be Wisconsin. But anyway, something like that. I would rather for them to have that than But if they can get Jerry Judy out of the deal too, I think he's going to be a beast. Yeah, not the kid from Ohio State. I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about another defensive lineman. Um, I think maybe it might be Iowa, not the one that's going to go second. I don't want him. He didn't impress me at all, not at all. Um, they're calling him a beast, but when he takes on competition, he just does not. He folds. So that he didn't impress me at all a lot. You said before the game he was going to get 5 sacks. He got no sacks, and he really, really, really didn't have a good day at all against Clemson. Once again, guys, had a little bit of luck today fishing. I went trout fishing. Here's one of them. One of my rainbows, and here's another one. There's the second one, and the third one is I don't know. There we go. So I call Cole. Yeah, okay. So Cole McDonald is 6'4", you say? All right. How about this? Let's see. Will Cole McDonald be a first round draft pick? Ha ha ha. He doesn't quite have a grip on the mental processing factors of being a quarterback. How about that? But the kid can sling the rock. How about that? He does not have a grip. He doesn't quite have a grip on the mental processing factors. That's to call him stupid. You know? He's a dumbass. Who said that? The University of Hawaii Rainbow Warriors quarterback Cole McDonald announced his declaration into the 2020 NFL Draft. he doesn't quite have a grip on the mental process and factors of being a quarterback. AKA he's a dumbass. I wouldn't want him in. No. No thank you. No thank you. Let the Browns take him too. Let the Brown. He's a dumbass. Doesn't have the. I like the words he uses. Doesn't have a grip on the mental processing factors. That, it must have been his coach saying that. Yeah, he doesn't have the mental processing factors. Yeah, the Bears can get him. I don't want him. I don't want him. After reading that, I don't want him. Anytime. Curtis Weaver. Okay, Curtis Weaver, 2020 draft. Boise State linebacker. Let's see. Said something about the Ravens may get him a first round. So he's a low first round pick. Yeah. Boise State. That already turns me against him. I hate that team. Boise State play on that. Has anybody ever seen that blue field they play on? Somebody got to teach those kids that grass is actually green. Yeah. Outside linebacker. (2020) mock draft. Let's see. The 2020 mock draft NFL. Yeah. They still got Chase Young going to the Redskins. They got Tua going 5th overall to Miami. Justin Herbert going to the Chargers. How about that? How about that? How about that? That's just a mock draft. Of course, we don't tell Philip Reynolds this, because Philip's still set on the Bengals getting a wide receiver. Joe Burrow, Chase Young, yeah. No thanks. Lions, Jeffrey Okudah, he's a cornerback. Giants, Isaiah Simmons, linebacker. So that they're saying the Giants are going to get him. Dolphins, Tua. Chargers, Justin Herbert. Carolina Panthers, Derek Brown. Should Marcus Mariota go to the Bears? Bears want to keep. They want to keep. What's his name? Trubisky. They like Trubisky right now. They like him. Arizona Cardinals, CD Lamb, the wide receiver. I'm hearing Andy Dalton's going to New England. I'm hearing it. Now I'm hearing Andy Dalton's going to New England. That Belichick actually wants Andy Dalton, so we'll see. We'll see. Jacksonville Jaguars, Jerry Jeudy, man, that would be a hell of a pick. Cleveland Browns, Andrew Thomas. I don't think Colts will take Newton, only due to the fact I think they've got a couple other. Doesn't Tennessee play on bluegrass? Tennessee plays bluegrass while they play on the green grass. That's what it is. New York Jets, Tristan Wirfs, offensive tackle from Iowa. Oakland Raiders, Harry Ruggs, wide receiver. Indianapolis Colts, AJ Epinesa. That's a guy I was talking about. Edge rusher from Iowa. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. Tampa Bay Bucks, Grant Delpit, LSU safety, 14th pick. 15th pick, Denver Broncos, Jedrick Wills, offensive tackle. Falcons, C.J. Henderson, cornerback from Florida. Cowboys, Javon Kinlaw, South Carolina defensive lineman. Miami Dolphins, they get another pick, Justin Jefferson, wide receiver. That would be a good pick. Oakland Raiders, Paulson Adebo, cornerback from Stanford. Eastern Washington plays on a red turf field. Oh, really? Eastern Washington. We have to look at it. Jacksonville Jags, Christian Fulton, LSU cornerback. All right. Tennessee Titans, Curtis Weaver, Boise State. So they're saying the Titans may get Curtis Weaver. Philadelphia Eagles, Laviska Shenault, wide receiver from Colorado. They definitely need a wide receiver. What's the Redskins going to get? Minnesota Vikings, Alex Leatherwood, offensive lineman from Alabama. Buffalo Bills, T. Higgins, Clemson wide receiver. T. Higgins. Miami Dolphins, K'Lavon Chason, LSU edge rusher. Miami got 2 or 3 picks in the first round. Seattle Seahawks, Trayvon Diggs, cornerback from Alabama. There's a lot of SEC guys going first round. New England Patriots, Terrell Lewis, edge rusher from Alabama. Green Bay Packers, Devontae Smith, Alabama wide receiver. Man, oh man, Alabama's got everybody. Kansas City Chiefs, J.K. Dobbins, Ohio State running back. He's pretty good running back too. Saints, Marvin Wilson, Florida State defensive lineman. And San Francisco 49ers, Xavier McKinney, Alabama cornerback. Man, Lord have mercy. And finally, Baltimore Ravens, Dylan Moses, Alabama linebacker. Look at Alabama, man. They got like 7 guys in the first round. That is crazy. But, yeah, I'll definitely stick to my pick that Joe Burrow is going to go number 1 overall. Big news is Trevor Lawrence of Clemson is saying after championship game he may sit out 2020 completely. Now, obviously, the NFL's got to look into this because personally, this is what I think should happen. If you're getting recruited by a school and you're going to go to, I wouldn't care. I don't care if you go straight from high school to the pros. That's your business. But if you go to college, you stay in there for 2 years. If you stay for 1 year and you leave early before the second year, you pay that school back that second year of what they offered you. I don't care how, even if you got to go a student loan, just like anybody else, just like me and you and anybody else has to pay student loans back. You pay that school back for that year that you didn't play. Okay, they offer you a 2-year deal. I mean, or they offer you a scholarship. You must stay 2 years. But if you leave early, you have to pay whatever difference is that you don't stay. That's the way I think it should be, basketball and football. You stay 2 full years. If you want to go pro after your high school, go for it. If you want to go out here, whatever. But if you're going to make a commitment to college, you make a 2-year commitment. That's a problem now with college basketball. College basketball, you won and you're out of here. Won and you're out of here. Won and you're out of here. And I hate that because as soon as you learn a player, they're out of there, and then you got to learn all new ones. That first NFL check will handle it. Yeah, that first if they get drafted. There's a lot of things to it, man. Because once you hire an agent, you're no longer eligible to play college football anymore. Then you go out here, you get on a four-wheeler, and you flip it, and then all of a sudden, I'm limping around now. I can't go to the NFL. I can't go to the NBA now. The college ought to say, you just stay away. Don't even come back. You're still gonna pay us though. Now, or you can come back, yeah, but you're still gonna pay us. If you want to come back to school, that's your business. But you're gonna pay us for for that second year if you don't come back. Whether you get hurt, whether you don't get hurt, you're gonna pay us back, whatever. And that's the thing right there. You know, but if you don't want to come to college at all, go straight from high school to the pros. Number one, the NFL or the NBA's got to like you enough to draft you. Who would be my first? Who would be your first draft pick? College football, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow right now, it wouldn't even. I wouldn't even. If I was 20 teams out there in the NFL right now, I would take Joe Burrow. There's a few teams that don't need Joe Burrow, but the Bengals do. The Bengals need him. He would be my first pick, eyes shut. If I was the Redskins, I'd take him. I'm sorry. I like Joe Burrow that much. I don't like Tua that much, but I like Joe Burrow. Man, oh man, I think Joe Burrow really. I mean, I think that he could be a special quarterback. Yeah, I know. You give Dwayne. I know Dwayne deserves a chance. I know that, but I think I really believe that Joe Burrow could be really special, really special. I mean, uh, I don't even want to tell you how high up on the ladder I'm thinking he could go, but real good, real good. Sean's 16 years old. I think he could be one of the top 3 quarterbacks that Sean's ever seen play the game right now. I really believe that. And he's seen Peyton Manning play, and he's seen Tom Brady play. So how about that? I don't think he's a Ryan Leaf. I think look up Malcolm Perry. I don't think I hope he's not a Ryan Leaf. I don't think he is. I mean, he's not a troublemaker. Ryan Leaf couldn't shut his mouth, man. Malcolm Perry. Oh, he's for the Navy. Now, triple option quarterbacks are not going to go. They're not going to go high. No, he won't be a first round pick. Not a Navy quarterback. No. But I really think Joe Burrow has all the tools of being more than a game changer. I really think he could be the best player on a lot of teams very quickly. That's what I think. Now, I hope he ends up being that good. I hope he ends up going to Cincinnati and turn that whole program around. I think he can. I really do. I think that if he goes in there and does the way he's been doing for the last 15, 18 months, Pittsburgh and Cleveland are both going to get jetted, real quick. I think Cincinnati is going to be at least the second best team in that division, and I'm not sure they're not going to be the best team in that division in a couple of years. They got to get players around him, granted, but I just think he's that good. I really do. I would trade up in a heartbeat to get him. more athletic Tom Brady. To me, he doesn't remind me of Tom Brady at all. Maybe right here, but he looks so much more like he looks more like a um, Aaron Rodgers, and he even reminds me of maybe a little bit of Troy Aikman, just a little bit. Uh, but Joe's so much faster. He is a fast kid. Uh, so no doubt about it. I mean, that's one thing Tom Brady's never going. Tom Brady's been always a pure pocket passer, and this kid, I think, is able to roll out. I think he can run. Go 5, 8 yards, 10 yards. That's the thing. He's going to have to be smart too. Any of these kids that's going to go in the NFL, how do you stop Lamar Jackson? You put like a guard or a chaser to him. I would play with one less linebacker, and I would play somebody that would just chase him all day long. That's what I would do. Blitz and spy. Yep, spying. I wouldn't blitz that much. I wouldn't blitz that much. Uh, you know, he still, you send 4 guys after him. He has to decide which way he's going to run. You just need a spy that's really fast. He doesn't have to be the biggest. Somebody can put a hit on him and then be like, okay, now here comes the troops to help me. But Lamar Jackson, I think, can be beaten. Um, he's a big kid. He's played smart. But let's see. I mean, you gotta remember 6 games this year. He played 2 against Cleveland, 2 against Cincinnati, and 2 against Pittsburgh. Okay, none of them teams are juggernauts. That's 6 games on the schedule right there. And they had a second or third place schedule. Second place, I think. They didn't win the division last year, I don't think. So whoever they were playing were second or third the year before that. So oh yeah, LSU's playing at home, I believe, by getting him hurt, injuring him. Yeah, You know, and the thing is, you're playing in the rain. It's gonna be raining. It's gonna be raining up there this weekend. Um, I'll make him beat me. I'll make him beat me with his arm. I really do. If I'm Tennessee and Tannehill has played much better. Well, I can't say that. Tannehill has proven more in his career of being able to throw the ball more than Lamar Jackson has. Lamar Jackson's got this season, to go back on. But can this is going to be the world watching him now. Only one ball game on TV at a time. We'll see. I think of a lot of pressure. I think it's a lot of pressure on Lamar Jackson. Yeah, Sean, LSU has a home game. They're playing down there at the Superdome. Um, I think everything's pointing at a blowout. I really do. Um, I think they beat Clemson, and I think he beat them pretty handily. We'll see. By more than 10 points. By more than 10. I really do. I like LSU in that game big. Um, I think they have a better defense. I think they have a better quarterback. I think they have a better running game. Uh, Coaching, I don't know. I don't know enough about Orgeron to really know. I know Dabo Swinney's not a dumbass. Dabo Swinney, he does a lot of good halftime adjustments. Just ask Ohio State. Um, but I'm not taking anything away from that kid from Clemson. I know. I just know that I like the kid from LSU. I really do. Burrow just he just when he caught my eye a few games ago, and I was like, "Jeez, he's just that good." And actually like I'm an Alabama fan, and he just wore Alabama out. Look at the games he's played this year: Alabama, Auburn, Florida, Georgia, um, Oklahoma. He hadn't played many slouches. A&M. He's played some good teams. They really did. That's why. That's why when hear people say, "Well, you know, LSU, did they play Texas?" I'm not sure. Did they play Texas? They played A&M. Uh, LSU and Texas. I don't believe they played each other this year, did they? I don't think so. But when they play a team like, oh, did they? Okay. Um, but when they play a team like, oh, I don't know, Tulane or something like that, okay, I'll check it out. When they play a team like Tulane, I hate it when teams, oh, well, look at that. No, they ought to run up 70 points on them. Look at the rest of their schedule. Look at the rest of their schedule. That's, you know, they maybe deserve to get to play a couple of cupcakes somewhere along the way because Clemson gets to play the cupcakes in the ACC. I mean, when you go to Boston College, they're not the biggest threat in the world. Um, Now, oh yeah, Clemson almost lost to Carolina. Carolina, threw the ball on them all day long. They threw the ball on them all day long, and it went to overtime, didn't it? I think it did. Yeah. So, playing NC State, Wake Forest won what, 9, 10 games? Yes, 2 games tomorrow. That's correct. There's one NFC game. There's one AFC game tomorrow. The early game tomorrow, Eels. The early game tomorrow, Eels. I got it right here. Um, Minnesota, San Francisco. I like San Francisco pretty big in this game. I think they cover the 7 points pretty easily. I like San Francisco. Tennessee, Baltimore. I said all along, Tennessee's going. I think they'll cover. Baltimore wins. Tennessee will cover. Sunday, Houston playing Kansas City. Houston is going to cover 9.5 points. Kansas City's good, but without Clyde Edwards play, I don't know. Travis Kelce is questionable right now. If Travis Kelce doesn't play, look for the line maybe to go down a little bit. And I picked Seattle to upset Green Bay. I think they'll beat them outright. Clyde Edwards. I don't know. Let's see. Is Clyde Edwards playing for LSU this week? Yeah. Oh, you think Houston wins, huh? They might. Uh, they might. Um, I think Houston covers in that game. I'm not sure they beat Kansas City. Kansas City's got a lot. They've got a lot of talent on that team. They got a pretty good coach in Andy Reid. Home field advantage at Arrowhead means a lot. I'm not sure that's not the best field of all 4 of them to play at home. Baltimore is pretty nice at home. Um, Obviously, Green Bay, it's nothing like Green Bay, I guess. But Kansas City and Arrowhead, man, I would not want to be going to Arrowhead. And then San Francisco is not the greatest home field advantage. It's not the nicest field in the world, but um, best team is going to win that one. I think 49ers is going to beat the Vikes. I just think they will. Uh, Better quarterback, better defense, and at home, I'll Mike Zimmer doesn't thrill me a lot either. So we'll see what happens there. But I think I think the 49ers win that. I'd like to see them. I'm hoping that now this is just me. I'm hoping 49ers play the Ravens in the Super Bowl. But I'm not so sure the Ravens are going to get that far. They've got to win, this weekend and either beat Houston or Kansas City. And I'm not sure. I'm not so sure. How do you rate Jimmy as a better quarterback? Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo. Uh, well, now just straight up by the eye test. Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is a lot like the kid from the Chargers, Philip Rivers. Cousins makes about 2 stupid throws every game. Count on it. He'll go back and he'll either run backwards and get sacked for 30 yards or I don't care. I don't care. Garoppolo's got ice water in his veins. I would much rather have Garoppolo than Kirk Cousins. That's not even close. Kirk Cousins scares the hell out of me because he just makes stupid decisions at some of the worst times. Garoppolo has good weapons around him. Garoppolo has not made stupid mistakes yet. I would rather, but I would rather have Garoppolo any time of the day. Now, y'all Titans fans are really on something. Any team in the playoffs could have beaten the Patriots in New England except the Eagles. What's up, Jonathan? What's going on? Cousins. All right, let's see what Cousins' numbers are for the year. All right. Kirk Cousins, 2019 stats. Look at his overall body of work too, though. Yeah, he's a 66.9, 67. He threw for 26 touchdowns. You think Jimmy's going to struggle? I don't see it. Garoppolo. I think Garoppolo's going to top 300 yards against that defense. I really do. I don't think many quarterbacks are going to get 300 yards this weekend. I think Garoppolo does. Let's see what Garoppolo did for the season. Jimmy Garoppolo's numbers this season. Let's see what he did. He came up 22 yards short of 4,000. I hadn't seen nervous. Nervous is not one thing I've seen this year. I really haven't. Let's see. Tom Brady plays till he's 100. So they didn't play each other this year, I see. He's only lost 3 games. Okay, let's be for real about the situation. He lost to Seattle, he lost to Baltimore, and he lost to Atlanta. That's the 3 games he lost. All right. He was 22 of 34 in a loss. He was 15 of 21 in a loss, and he was 24 of 46 in a loss. Yeah. Anyone else having problems with this stream? The video keeps going offline on my end for some reason. I don't know. You guys let me know. If the stream's messing up, I'll shut her down. Let me know, guys. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Whether this is is it breaking up on you guys? I like Garoppolo. I really do. I like Garoppolo. I really do. Nope, it's not breaking down. It might be on your end. Whatever's clever. Whatever's clever, join up my channel too. Don't forget to do that. Don't forget to do that. So Garoppolo's 21-5 in his career. Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know what might be happening there. You may have to rewatch it. You know, that's something you got to do. It's an hour and 7 minutes of just pure talking football and everything. So I picked one road team this weekend. I'm gonna let you guys go. I know it's 12:35 here on the East Coast. Um, I'm picking. Let's see. Let me do it again, Hal. Do it again. All right. Minnesota, San Francisco. I'm saying San Francisco covers 7 points. No problem there. San Francisco's going to win by 10 or 12, maybe 14 points. I like that. I like that situation. I think San Francisco wins easy. I don't like your Vikes in this game. Tennessee and Baltimore, 9.5 points is too much. 9.5 is too much. Lamar Jackson's been off a week. Tennessee played really well last week. Tennessee's got to run the football. If they're not able to run, Tannehill has got to throw for 275 yards or more. Let's see what happens. I like Baltimore in the game. Titans will they'll cover. They'll cover. Houston and Kansas City on Sunday. That's another one. Kansas City 9.5 point favorites. I just don't see it. Houston can rush the quarterback, and Houston has a quarterback that can run. That's the two things that Kansas City does not like to see. Somebody that's going to be all over their quarterback, and then another one that is able to run as well. I'm not a big Houston quarterback fan. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a big Deshaun Watson fan, but 9.5 is too much in this ball game. Kansas City wins, but they don't cover. They don't cover. It'll probably be, I don't know, 27-23, something like that. But they're not going to cover. Seattle and Green Bay, that'll be the upset. That's going to be the upset. Number one, there's not a lot of weapons for Rodgers to throw to. He's had the one outside threat all year. Cover him. Even if you got to double him, you double him. You do what you got to do. Seahawks, keep hitting him. If you got to hit him when he's down, you got to hit him when he's down. But every chance you get, you hit number 12. You make him know that, guess what? We come into your house, but guess what? We're going to knock your door down in the process. I think Seattle not only don't even worry about the points. I think they win outright in this ball game. The points is about right. 46.5 is pretty close there. I like it. 26-20, 24-20, something like that. I like Seattle, though. What about Seattle hurt running game? I personally, I think with look at how many first downs Russell Wilson got with his legs last week. Russell Wilson, he did enough to keep him out of trouble running the football himself when he had to. Not for 20, 30, and 40 yards, 6 yards, 8 yards, stuff like that. I pretty much watched the whole game. Actually, you can actually go back to one of the videos earlier. And a couple of the guys in here, Sean was here with me and all. And when they were at their own goal line, they had third down. And I'd been preaching for the last 5 minutes before that. I said, run the football, make Philadelphia use their timeouts. Then they were in the huddle for an extra long time, for like 20 seconds. I did an audible real quick. I said, whoa, watch out. They're going to throw the ball. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to gut their defense. And that's exactly what they did. Their offensive coordinator saw the chance to put the foot on the Eagles' throat, and it's exactly what he did. And they threw it from their own goal line out and got 35, 40 yards. Game over. Yes, you go back and watch that video. As soon as I saw that play, I knew. I said they're sitting in the huddle and he's looking at each one of the guys. It was not just we're ready to play. He was like in the huddle and looking this way. And I was watching it like a hawk. And I came online right here and I said, he's going to throw that football. He's going to throw the football. And then I think it was NBC that had the game. NBC showed that he was in the shotgun and he only had a running back beside him. I said, he's going to gut this defense right here. And he threw the ball down for about 40 yards or whatever. Russell Wilson's capable of doing stuff like that. And Seattle's defense, to me, is so underrated. They're so underrated. You don't have Richard Sherman anymore. It's some other guys you don't have anymore. These are some tough guys you got because they went into Philly. They marched their ass into Philly. And you can say what you want to about Philadelphia. Philadelphia's offense stunk, yes. But Philadelphia's defense kept them in that ball game last week. And if you didn't read it today, I read it today. Josh McCown had a torn hamstring the whole last 2.5 quarters. Had a torn hamstring, it was torn. Completely torn. I said during the game, I said, look at him, he's limping. You can see where he was limping in the game. And they came after him and kept coming after him. Hopefully Clowney doesn't get a cheap shot on Russell if Russell runs. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Clowney see. Clowney plays, he plays on that team, doesn't he? Yeah, he plays for Seattle, so he got to worry about hitting Russell. Carson Wentz is going to retire. You got to worry about hitting Rodgers, not Russell. Clowney plays on Seattle. Yeah, so. Yeah, Clowney took a shot. There's no doubt about it. But in defense, that's all right. But in defense of Clowney, the only thing I can say about it that was not totally dirty was that the quarterback for the Eagles went head first. When you go head first, you got to hit him. You got to hit him. You got to. But other than that, I thought it was a dirty hit. Yeah, I thought it was a dirty hit. But when he goes head first like that, you just can't let him keep rolling down the field and stuff like that. Some quarterbacks try to get that extra 5-6 feet. You got to pop them. And that's what scares me with a lot of these running quarterbacks out there right now. And Garoppolo's fine sitting right back in the pocket and picking teams apart. And I really think he's going to pick Minnesota apart. They're going to run the football too, but he's going to pick them apart. I really believe that. Now, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I personally think he's a lot better quarterback than most of them out there. I'd rather have him than most of them because he's capable of staying in the pocket, throwing the ball, and he even calls audibles. He does a lot of his own audibleizing or whatever you want to call it, and he reads defenses pretty well. And Belichick made him do that. That was one of the stupidest moves I ever seen. Is when the Patriots got rid of him. They should have kept him. They should have kept him and been like, you know what? What would you do if you were a coach on Clemson and Trevor went missing an hour before the game? Bench him first half. Bench him in first half. You can't cater to one or special ones in college. Pros, that's totally different. But Clemson, you can't cater to them. You can't do that. Oklahoma before their he got kidnapped. Oklahoma, how many did they suspend? And they never really got into why Lincoln Riley suspended them. It was 4 or 5 kids that got suspended before playing LSU. You know, Lincoln Riley is he is one that's not going to take a lot of crap. Was it 5? All right, 5 of them. Yeah. You got to do it when you're a coach, because if you let the inmates run the asylum, you're going to end up with a Baylor from 4 years ago. You're going to end up with a Florida State. If you don't remember Miami back 30 years ago, when they used to come out and I like Xavier Rhodes and Harrison on that Viking secondary. They got a decent secondary. There's no doubt about that. But I just think 49ers have so many weapons, and they got that tight end too. My thoughts on Jalen Ramsey. Will he be a Ram next year? You know, he gives me the impression he's not going to be happy anywhere. That's what he gives me. He's a good football player, but he just gives me the impression he's not going to be happy anywhere he's playing. And you know, yeah, you just hope he doesn't end up being an Antonio Brown. And what would you do if you were a coach for Clemson and you saw a van that said LSU kidnapped Trevor? Sean, only you, my friend, only you can come up with something like that. Sean D is 16 years old, folks. Okay, he's we give him a little bit of room around here, but Sean can come up with some good ones once in a while. 4:30 tomorrow, the first game of the NFL playoffs. Like I say, I'm still working on the red, white, and blue racing. He's 16. That's right. He's 16. Doesn't live too far from me either. That's dangerous, right? Oh yeah. If you didn't see my fish, and one more time. Let's show my fish off at least one more time. There's one of them. Nice rainbow. Here's my nicest one right here. You can't even get him. Barely can't fit him on it. Barely can't fit him on there. He's a nice one there. He's probably 18, 19 inches. I don't even miss being 18. I don't even miss being 16. I really don't. That one right there, I had him sideways. Of course, I had him like that. I didn't put them side by side. I wish I would have. But I caught him today in a creek. I went fishing all day long. If you haven't joined my channel, certainly join my channel. If you're kind of iffy, but like, okay, I don't know what Rob has going on, go back, check out some of my 700 videos I've got. A few fishing ones. You got to pick through them and find my fishing ones. I've got some Glory Days boxing. I got some red, white, and blue racing. I got some History Maker golf. I got some History Maker baseball. I got some NPNG Plus, a whole season of the Red Sox, over 170 games, regular season, playoffs. It was just 700 videos in 1 year. So my 1 year anniversary is coming up at 15th, and right now 140 folks have subscribed to my channel. I found 140 crazier people than me to join my channel. I've done Legends of Wrestling. Do you see major changes on the Cowboys? They've already done some major changes just by coaching. Personally, if I were the Cowboys, I wouldn't sign Dak to 35 million. I wouldn't. I would let him walk, and I would draft one of these quarterbacks, or I would trade. I mean, look at all the free agents that's going to be around. You're going to have Brady. I wouldn't sign him to 35 million. Not a chance. No way in hell. No. I don't think Dak Prescott's that good a quarterback. All right. Look what he had this year, and he won 7 football games out of 16. All right. What makes you think he's going to all of a sudden throw a magic wand and voila, it's 35 million in your bank account? You think it's going to make him any better? Really? Do you think it's going to make him any better? He's got one of the top 3 running backs out there, has the best offensive line out there. His defense is not shabby, and he's just not come through for him. He can have a better coach, but if you're asking me what would I do? His defense failed him some, but I tell you what, he third down was like his monster this year. To me, I wouldn't sign him for 35 million. That's just me. I would go out and get me a free agent, pay him 15 million, and then I would go out myself. I would get me a couple of DBs. The heck is going to be MVP first watch. I would go get me a couple of good defensive backs. That's what I would do. Franchise tag, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I would let him walk. There's no way in hell I'd pay him 30 million. There's no way. No way. I would go out here. Hell, you was just talking about Jalen Ramsey. I would go out here and see if I could find Jalen Ramsey. Couple of good corners, couple of good shutdown corners. Let's find me a quarterback that can play 2 or 3 years. He just don't thrill me. He just doesn't thrill me. Now, I wouldn't go out here and get Phillip Rivers. Who would I get? What about $1 billion? How about Bridgewater? Go out here and get Bridgewater. Pay him 12, 14 million. Look what he did. Look what Bridgewater did for the Saints. And personally, I don't think the Saints are as good as the Cowboys myself. I don't think they are. The Cowboys have a better running attack. Now they don't have quite the weapons. They don't have quite the weapons to throw. But as far as defense, I still like the Cowboys defense better than the Saints. Bridgewater won. Bridgewater, all he did was win. I would bring him in, or we're going to be the Showtime cut. It may be. It may be. I just wouldn't pay him 35 million. I wouldn't. They probably will, but can you imagine if you paid a quarterback, let's say 2-3 years, 45 million, something like that, and be like, okay, now what other pieces and parts can we? Because you got to remember, Tom Brady never did get the big payday when he was up in New England. He was always the 19th or 20th or 21st highest paid quarterback out there. And and that was in his prime. And why was that? So, all right, so we can go sign some defensive players, so we can sign some other people. That's what pissed him off this year, because he kept taking the cuts in pay, and they didn't go out and get him nothing. They went out and got him no receivers. They got him no running backs. They got him no tight ends, and they didn't even have a good offensive line. That's what's Brady. That's what's in Brady's head right now. It's like, damn, I took a pay cut, so you would go out here and help me, find other things, to help the team. And they didn't go out and find nobody. But Brady had the luxury of marrying a rich woman that allowed him to take less. Well, yeah, but still, all right. But in the overall scheme of things, let's be for real about it. Look, Brady's not the 21st best quarterback out there. And if Brady would have said, guess what? I want to be the third highest paid, fourth highest paid, you better damn well believe they'd do it. And they're just not going to have as much stuff around. Yeah. If Bridgewater had played against the Vikes, would the outcome be different? Well, you guys heard me. If you watched me, 8 weeks ago, I said Bridgewater shouldn't have been benched in. That was my opinion. Breeze was coming back from an injury. I thought Bridgewater should play until he lost. I thought he should have played until he lost. Then you bring Breeze in and be like, okay, let's slowly put him in there. No, probably not. I would have probably played Breeze. Yeah. Breeze is not a bad. Breeze is a damn good quarterback. He has 78,000 yards to prove it. Breeze may retire. He could. And if he does, that opens up more doors for people, and we still hadn't heard nothing from Eli yet. Eli Manning still could retire, but he's sounding like he's wanting to find another place to go. And who knows? And it would be very, very weird if he ended up going to the Chargers. A seasoned quarterback, that's what he – well, yeah, and don't get me wrong. Eli's going to be the Cowboys' backup. He could be. It looks like Jason Garrett could very easily go to the Giants as offensive coordinator. That could happen. I don't know. I have quarterbacks that, to me, do not thrill me to the point to where I would want them. Anybody knows me knows I'm not a Phillip Rivers fan at all. I'm not a Phillip Rivers fan. Is he a Hall of Famer? He's probably going to get voted into the Hall of Fame. But then I want you to also tell me what's the biggest win in his career. Let's look at it that way. Who you got in a race? Eli versus Tom versus Peyton. The clock would beat them all. And the thing of it is, you got to be like a banker. You got to be the banker, and you got to be willing to dole out this much money. For a third the money, I would take Bridgewater. For a third the money, I wouldn't even think twice. I would take Bridgewater. But there's other quarterbacks out there too that may end up being available. The kid from Detroit. And I've said all along, I really think all he needs is somebody needs to straighten his head up. He's got every tool possible to be a good quarterback. He's just not. His head's just not screwed on right. Too many people's been in his damn head messing him up. But the kid for the Lions, he's big, got a hell of an arm. You see, Cooper wants a lot of money too. See, they're going to lose some people if they pay all these guys out. But yeah, what's the kid for Detroit though? No, Prescott is an elite quarterback. No. He's not, to me, he's not a top 10 quarterback in the league. Prescott, no, not a chance. No, no. Stafford, to me, I have never been able to figure out Matthew Stafford. Stafford has got all the qualities of being a great quarterback. He's big, he's strong, can throw a great ball. He's had good receivers around him. I don't know whether it's quarterback coaches. Amari said he's coming. Dak Prescott, man, I'm telling you, Dak Prescott, there's I think average at best. I think he's just an average quarterback. I think, yeah, his line is bad, but I a lot of them's line is bad. That's why I say Dak Prescott, with everything they got, you can't be 7-9. Dak is a top 5. And keep him. I don't think he's going to get you nowhere, but hey, pay him $35 million. Personally, I just think he's a run-of-the-mill quarterback. That's me. I just think he's just a run-of-the-damn-mill quarterback. He very seldom does he take the ball and take it and say, "Look, damn it, I'm going to beat you." Brady, Drew Brees, Rodgers, those quarterbacks are damn elite. What would be the max you'd pay? What would be the max I'd pay Dak? I don't know. I don't know what if they franchise him, how much that would be. No, I didn't say a backup quarterback. No, I didn't say a backup quarterback. I'm just saying a middle of the damn road quarterback. I'm saying elite quarterbacks that you don't have 5 in the NFL right now. You don't have 5 elite quarterbacks. Russell Wilson makes a lot of damn mistakes, but I'd still rather have Russell Wilson than Dak Prescott any damn day of the week. Any day of the week. Russell Wilson, to me, still, is he Hall of Fame? Is he not? Hell no, he's not Hall of Fame quarterback. Elite quarterback is damn, elite is damn elite. That's what I think. I think Russell Wilson is a top 10 quarterback, but I don't see him as one that's, he's not Brady, he's not Rodgers, and he's not Breeze. Hell, the kid from Kansas City. 3 years from now, check back with me. 3 years from now. Is he elite? He's a damn good. He's a top 10 quarterback, but is he elite? And when I say that, you jump on my shoulders. Jump on my damn shoulders. Jump on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land. That's what I'm saying. And the kid from Kansas City don't do that yet. He hadn't done it. I know I got to get off because I got to go to. I don't see Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, 3 of them: Brady, Rodgers, Breeze. They're the 3. Lamar Jackson, Mahomes, Wilson, great quarterbacks. But I mean, when it's time, all right, number 1, Russell Wilson. If he was the great quarterback, when they were at the 1-yard line, okay, when you're at the great quarterback would have told the coach, guess what, stuff it. I can't hear you right now. I'm not even listening to you. He would have handed that damn ball off. I don't care what the coach says. Forget what the coach says. What are you going to say to me, coach? What's up, Bob Money? Yes. You don't throw that ball right there. Personally, I mean, that's stupid mistakes. And then what pisses me off so bad is this. The Seahawks coach is what did they call him last week? one of the greatest coaches out there right now. Really? Really? Seattle should have ran him out on the first train after that debacle. They should have run him out of town. Anybody who in here agrees with what Pete Carroll did in that game? And then I say this: Russell Wilson, step up. If a coach has something to say to you, you shrug him off. You shrug him off. Tom Brady, I don't think would have ever been put in that position. Now, Tom, I'll say it this way. Welcome, Bob. Get the 49ers emblem on. A lot of times, wasn't Wilson a rookie that year? I don't think so. Wasn't he a second-year guy? It was, you know what? He would have probably almost caught that football. It might not have been the best pass, but I don't know if he's a rookie or what. If he's done took you that far, I think it was his second year. I'm not sure. Well, let's see. I'm going to have to go off here. It was his second year. I thought it was. I'm going to have to leave here in just a second. It's been a great discussion, guys. This has been really good tonight. Any upsets? You guys name them for me for the NFL. All four home teams are favored. I like Seattle. I like Seattle straight up against Green Bay. I think they beat Green Bay. We'll see. And you know, and I just was down, you know, I was just talking about the coach and I was just talking about Russell Wilson. But I think with the defense they got, Russell Wilson's not a bad quarterback. He's a very good quarterback. But at that time, that was just a stupid play. That was just an idiotic play. And it's not that many idiotic plays you get out there. My aunt is a 49ers fan. We were making fun of the 49ers. Yeah. But they've really turned the ship around with Garoppolo. They really have. So you guys, it is past 1 a.m. here. I gotta go to bed. I've been drinking all my water, been eating my yogurt, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. You know, let's see what happens. I'm picking all three. I'm picking three home teams to win, but only one to cover, the 49ers. You too, Sean. You guys, it's a great discussion. Don't forget my red, white, and blue racing. I will have the cars drawn up the best I can do and best the wife can do. We're going to do our best we can. And we'll try to get them on the track here very, very soon. Thanks a lot. Look, and that's the thing about discussion. Everybody does not have to agree with everybody. Well, we all. But yeah, I did call him a dumbass for that play. He was a dumbass. You know, if you got brothers and sisters, once in a while they're dumbasses. I've looked them in their face and said, "Hey, you're a dumbass." Still love them to death, but you know you done dumb stuff, and that was stupid right there by Russell. But it was his coach's fault too. He was a dumbass too. But yeah, man, and that's a good thing. We come back here. Next time we're here, we just start off again and just do whatever. You don't have to agree with everything I say. I don't have to agree with everything you say. But we look ahead and oh yeah, the quarterback from Hawaii. Oh yeah, his mental capacities or something was lacking or something. I'm like, oh yeah, that's AKA he's a dumbass. Yeah, quarterback from Hawaii. We'll see who takes him. Yeah. Let's hope it's not Seattle, right? Dumbass coach, dumbass quarterback. Wouldn't that be something? But yeah, I enjoyed it, guys. You guys have a great rest of your night. If I don't get back on here tomorrow, enjoy the two playoff games, 4:30, 8:15 tomorrow night, and then Sunday. Surely going to be some pretty good games there too. Bob, I'm liking your 49ers tomorrow. I really am against the Vikings. And I think Jimmy G throws it 300 plus yards this weekend. He may be the only 300 plus yard quarterback all weekend, but I think he does it. So we'll see what Cleveland. If anybody can take a dumbass, that's right. Cleveland can do it. You guys have a great, great rest of your weekend. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It's either over here or over here. You got to find it because I can't see your computer. Even though I'm great. No, I'm not trying to grab your computer. It's down here, down there. If you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up. I got 4 thumbs up. It's either right here or right here too. That always screws me up when when it's turned around my way there. But yeah, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. I'm hoping to have 300 by this time next year. And also, if you watch my Glory Days boxing, there's a chance to win something too. Go back and watch one of my videos. There may be a prize giveaway if my lightweight, middleweight, and heavyweight champions all get defeated in my pay-per-view coming up. So definitely check me out for that. That's coming up in the next week or so. God bless. Have a great, great rest of your night. Ooh. Time for Tums. and be safe, guys.